Warframe is a really massive game. There are many different things to do in Warframe to get as much loot as you possibly can. You want to sum all of that up into one weekly small little package. Well, for today I have all the important weekly and daily tasks that I recommend you guys complete. So without any more delays, let's get into the video. I'm going to be starting this, list off with the things that are going to be the easiest / the beginner-friendly ones that you can do pretty early in the game and before starting the other ones. I'm also going to be grouping them up into, first of all, starting with the daily things that you can do and then moving on to the weekly things that sort of appear once a week or are on a weekly rotation. So let's begin with the first and most important thing is actually launching the actual game. Logging in daily is going to be one of the best things that you can possibly do. Keeping in mind that the longer you log in and the more that you log in, the rewards are going to keep on getting better and better. For example, I have around 1,400 days of logging in and I currently gain around 60 to 70 hours of boosters and around 1,000 Oxium if I get Oxium, for example. And whoever needs Oxium knows how hard it is to get Oxium. So believe me, at least logging in is going to be a pretty good beginning. Before doing any mission, I highly recommend you do one of these two. Say mini or the index missions, preferably the highest one that you can possibly do. So I mentioned these missions because your first daily mission will reward you with double credits passive, so that's really good. Now you can't do the profit taker. I personally don't. I do the index, the highest one, and then stay in, for example, 2 rounds and then leave. You could do, let's say, mini on Ceres. This is a pretty good low level one where you can double your credits, and killing the profit taker is also really good because you gain turrets for standing with duck, and here you can purchase some arcanes. Syndicates, so increasing your syndicate standing with the syndicates that you possibly have, or the corresponding open worlds. Keeping in mind, you're going to be probably doing bounties. These bounties can reward you with many different things, like for example, loads of endo. They can reward you with Aya. They can reward you with mods, resources of that planet, and many different things. The one that I recommend are going to be the Zarimon. The Zarimon is going to be incredibly good to do because of a couple of reasons, platinum-wise and also resource-wise, and you can also do Cavia and the Hex Syndicate standing, which is the newest one added in with Warframe 1999. All of these are going to be incredibly good. Zarimon, Cavia, and Hex are the most important ones. They're the ones that I do on a daily basis, so you can gain a lot of stuff here. We'll get to that in just a second. If you want like a fully detailed guide on how to make the most amount of platinum from all of these, I do have a full guide on it. You can click it in the little eye up there, so you can go and check that one out. Checking out by pressing the escape button, you can see Nightwave down there. It is ending soon, but a new one will appear. This is Warframe's free battle pass. All of these missions are going to be incredibly easy to do. Check them, see which ones you can do the easiest, and do them. Either it be Eidolon hunting or killing the profit taker, for example, which you're already going to be doing, and many different things. These are going to reward you with many awesome things. Mods that you can sell for platinum, new weapons, some of them being incarnate evolutions as well, like for example the ceramic dagger. You can also get Voban, and you can also get Orcan catalysts and reactors, Kuva, and much more. You're going to be increasing your daily syndicate standing with your corresponding to syndicates that you're positive in. For me, it's New Loca, and it's going to be Parent Sequence. And when these max out, but just buy something. I prefer buying Fracturing Crush because I sell it for platinum, but you can also scroll all the way down and get yourself a Vosper, which is going to be pretty good if you're going to do Arcane Dissolution and maybe try your luck with Arcanes that way. How are you going to be increasing the syndicate standing incredibly fast alongside focus? It is going to be playing ESO. ESO is incredibly good for 2 things. You're going to be using this Volt that I have up on screen right now. It's incredibly easy to use this Volt, and you're going to be nuking enemies all around. Just be sure not to spam your abilities. You can learn a lot of focus and max out your focus in literally like 3-4 rounds incredibly easily, and of course depending on your loadout, but you're also going to be able to level up stuff, maybe earn some endo and relics on the side as well. 2 more amazing things you can do on a daily basis. Sorties are incredibly good. You can get boosters here, you can get rivens, you can get legendary core if you're lucky enough, and the second thing I recommend is going to be playing the circuit. The circuit is something that I don't do anymore because I've gotten all the incarnate weapons, but for example, even if you have, check it out because you never know. There could be even a mod chance booster here, which is really rare to get, and these arcanes do actually sell for a lot of platinum because a lot of people, me included, don't play the circuit, so that's a good one to look at. One of the things that I do mostly on a daily basis but is incredibly profitable, it is is Arbitrations. Preferably doing Mirror Defense, Conjunction Survival, or Void Cascade is going to be incredibly. You're going to be earning Vitus Essence, you're going to be earning Endo, and you're going to be earning Thraxplasms, you're going to be earning Zarimon Arcanes, and Mirror Defense, you're going to be earning the really expensive, well, Mirror Defense Arcanes. The other thing that I do on a daily basis is Omni Fissures. Conjunction Survival or Void Cascade are incredibly good. These two are going to be resulting in more profit as well, and in this category, I guess you could say relic runs as well. Fast missions included, capture, exterminate, etc, etc. With all those relic runs, what I usually do when I have leftover prime parts is go to Baro Katir. Now, Baro Katir is sort of like a semi every other week kind of thing, but he does arrive on Friday, and you can sell some of your items that you do not need, for your primed items of course, for ducats. The ducats are going to be pretty good because you can trade with Baro Katir and get yourself primed mods, weapons, and even boosters, which is incredibly cool. Cosmetic items as well, but nonetheless, incredibly good, and always visit him, always, because you never know, he might have something that you need. That is everything that I will consider on a daily basis that I really dedicate myself to play, but weekly things for the most amount of profit. Starting off with the easiest one, it is going to be the weekly Ayatan treasure hunt. Go to Maru's Bazaar and go and do this. This is going to be incredibly good to do because it is a free Ayatan Sculpture and you always need endo, so pick this up. The second thing is go to a relay, anyone, and go to Teshin and look at his offerings. He always has a riven cipher, so that's really good for unlocking a riven for free without doing the challenge, and you never know, he might have an umbral forma, 30k endo, or even Kuva, so many different things at Teshin's place. Now, going back to Earth and going to Iron Wake when talking to Paladino is going to be incredibly good. You're going to be gaining 2 free rivens here basically. They each need 10 riven slivers each, but riven slivers are incredibly easy to get by. You can also get a free Kuva here, which is very nice. I always pick this up because you never know what kind of riven you can possibly get. You could get yourself a really good riven and get a lot of platinum from it. The other cool place you can actually get even more free Kuva is going to Archimedes Yonta in the Zarimon and talking to her, where you get 35k extra, which is really nice. Believe it or not, I actually never fully dedicated myself to farming Kuva just because I get my free Kuva from these two places. And I would say one of the most important things to do on a weekly basis is always get your Archon Shards, and every single one that you possibly can. First off, the Archon Hunt. This is something that I do and it is a must. This increases your chance every single week of gaining a better one. If you don't already get a Tau Forged one, you get a guaranteed one here, and it is extremely easy to do. The second way of getting yourself the second Archon Shard is completing the calendar in your PC ROM, or I guess the Hex Syndicate. You have to play here, complete this calendar, and you can gain yourself a free Archon Shard. It could be different ones, so that's really nice. And talking to Bird 3 and the Sanctum is also gonna be good because you always get a guaranteed Archon Shard here, and it is not gonna be Tau Forged, but at least it's something, so that's really cool. 30k standing is not that hard to get. If you complete the last thing, which is gonna be Netra Cells and Deep Archimedia, you're pretty much gonna have everything cleared. Netra Cells, I don't do all of them every single week, but they are must plays because you always have a chance of getting an Archon Shard or even getting something else, which is really good. Sometimes a melee Arcane Adapter is not the best thing, but it is what it is. Nonetheless, that is the last thing that I do on a weekly basis. I combine every single one of these aspects and I make the game fun for me, doing every single thing daily or almost always daily and mixing and matching so I don't get bored. So the best thing that I could possibly recommend for this is play everything and try to mix it up as much as you can. Make it fun, make some fun builds. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, leave a like and do subscribe for more content. It is always appreciated. Leave in the comment section down below on what you think. What did I miss, and is there something that I missed? And maybe you have just a really cool thing to do on a weekly basis. Put it down there, I'll probably read it. Also, you can become a channel member. I don't usually advertise it, but I love you guys. Have a nice week, have a nice day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. The Weasel over and out.